as we explore quantum body and more, the new science of living a longer, healthier, more vital life, let me share with you the limitations of the scientific worldview as far as the physical body is concerned, or as far as the physical universe is concerned. I was trained as a physician. I went to medical school, and the first lesson in medical school is anatomy, where you see the body as a frozen anatomical sculpture. That model is very difficult to get rid of, the anatomy of the body. Of course, we learn physiology, biochemistry, which suggests that the body is not a noun, but a verb, an activity. But then the question comes up, an activity in what? And then all the approaches on healing the body or extending lifespan in contemporary science are physical, basically reductionist. Look at parts and hope that we can cure disease, extend life, etc. Look at parts. But in the deeper reality, there are no parts. It's just a movement. What we call a part is a snapshot of a movement, of a hollow movement. So let us look at the physical body through the worldview of wisdom traditions, including Buddhism and Vedanta and Kashmir Shaivism and yogic traditions. And in these traditions, in the yogic and non-dual Advaita view of the physical body, the body is actually a field of awareness. And the interpretation of it is a changing perceptual activity in awareness. Both the yogic traditions and the non-dual traditions conceive of consciousness as non-dual and all-encompassing, with the physical body seen as a manifestation, a perceptual manifestation within this field. The body isn't considered separate from consciousness, but a form it takes. This is a form it takes. It is also a changing perceptual activity. The senses and sensations are understood as dynamic expressions of consciousness, constantly arising and passing away within the field of awareness. The body itself is seen as a complex interplay of these sensations and not a fixed entity. There is emphasis on awareness. Practices like meditation and mindfulness and self-inquiry and the direct method and even mantra meditation activate a deepening awareness of this witnessing consciousness that observes the changing sensations and perceptions of the body without being attached to them or being free of them. The awareness of the experience is free of the experience. So the body is seen as a feeling self. Instead of a static structure, the body becomes a dynamic flow of sensations, emotions, and energy perceived in awareness. And this aligns with the yogic concept of koshas or sheaths, describing different layers of embodied experience: the physical body of matter and energy, the subtle body of mind, intellect, ego, and the causal body of bliss. And therefore, there's a role that our senses play. Sensations like touch, temperature, pain, proprioception all become doorways to deeper awareness. We just don't feel these sensations. We become aware of them arising and passing within the field of consciousness. And we understand experientially non-duality. The perception of a separate self and the body dissolves as awareness expands, and there is recognition that the observer, consciousness, and the observed body are ultimately inseparable aspects of the same deeper, formless reality. of course, different yogic and Advaita traditions may have nuanced interpretations of the body and its relationship to awareness. And this viewpoint is basically Eastern and very spiritual. It may not align with the Western scientific understanding of the body as a biological organism, but it is much more real as an experience. Your body and the universe are awareness and nothing else. And as we cultivate awareness of the body as a field of awareness, we can complement it experientially with practices, physical practices like yoga, vagal stimulation, and exploring the body as a field of awareness then becomes a personal journey and also a journey of introspection and inquiry. And this perspective can empower us to move beyond identifying slowly with the limitations of the physical form and connect with a deeper sense of being. So, you and the universe are awareness and nothing more. And treating the body as a field of awareness in awareness allows us to self-regulate it and allow it to evolve to higher levels of intuition, insight, creativity, higher consciousness, transcendence, and going ultimately beyond the quantum body to the field of awareness. That is the real body. Ananda Maya Kosha, the body of bliss, beyond the conceptual body. The conceptual body is a projection of your internal dialogue. It's called the conceptual or karmic body. It's not the real body. The real body is the body of bliss. Let me know what you think and give me your feedback, because this is the most practical way of self-regulation, health, longevity, health span, and ultimately knowing the immortality of the bliss body or Ananda Maya Kosha.